We now know the punishment the University of Tennessee faces for football recruiting violations during the Jeremy Pruitt era. This afternoon, we're hearing from both the NCAA and UT, and that is number one in our top four for this afternoon. Karthik Venkatraman joins us now in the newsroom. And Karthik, what were the major takeaways from today?
Yeah, one of the biggest takeaways was probably the fact that they didn't get a punishment, the fact that there's no postseason ban for UT moving forward. We talked to Kay Norton, the chief panelist of the NCAA Infractions Committee, who talked about they didn't want to penalize current student athletes moving forward because, well, they weren't a part of that team, and also UT's willingness to help during the NCAA investigation went a long way for them as well. You mentioned a fine, over $8 million fine for UT is probably the biggest penalty that they face. That was an equivalent to what they would have had if they had a postseason ban in 2023 and in 2024. So that was a big reason why that fine was necessary. They're on 5-year probation, meaning if they have any major violations moving forward, that could come into stricter punishments that could result in a postseason ban. And they're also going to lose 28 scholarships as well. So we'll continue to see how Tennessee is able to do with those loss of scholarships. But hey, they self-imposed loss of scholarships on themselves, and they did pretty darn good last season with beating Alabama 52-49 and winning a New Year's Six bowl. So, you know, those scholarships could play a part, but it looks like Tennessee's been doing fine without them.
Well, speaking of the university, what are we hearing from UT today about the NCAA conclusions?
Yeah, Chancellor Donde Plowman released a statement, and she was talking about how, you know, everyone's ringing home about no postseason ban because, you know, when you talk about that brand and that perception of that team and that program, what matters is being able to go on the field and win on the biggest stages, and the postseason is that big thing. So I think she's very happy about that. We heard from Josh Heupel on the Paul Feinbaum show today talking about how he's very happy about this decision. They really wanted to keep intact the fact that they wanted their teams to play for championships, which means no postseason ban. And he said that people have been using this against them on the recruiting trail. Well, that's no longer a thing, and Tennessee now hoping to come in full force in the coming seasons.
All right, Karthik, thanks so much for that update.